Welcome in, everybody, to another episode of 410 Sports Talk Live Edition here. Game week, Glenn. It is finally game week, bro. How do you feel?
Mm-hmm. Oh, I'm super hyped. The Ravens are coming back, but just football in general is
It's
back.
back.
First game is Thursday night, and it's a heck of a matchup to kick off the season. And also, college football has done enough to keep me entertained over these last few days. Awesome games in college football. So, yeah, it's my favorite time of the year. This is like Christmas every week for me. In the fall, I love me some football, and this is the time of year for it.
Gosh, I can't wait. We're so excited. I also want to mention that I think this is the first time we've scheduled a live and we're 5 minutes early.
Oh, dang.
5 minutes early.
Hey, shout out to Trigger T in the chat. Shout out to
T.
Adam78. Shout out to Sean Pisker. What's going on, buddy?
Yeah, all
hey,
you
Lindsay,
guys,
how
man.
you doing tonight? Appreciate y'all coming out. Yeah, we're early tonight.
Hey, we're ready to get into it because we got a ton to talk about. This is going to be an action-packed show, and we are so excited to get into it. I think this will kind of be the flow of the show, so make sure you guys stick around the whole time. We're going to talk about roster changes as far as signings and health and guys returning to practice. You guys can probably guess who I'm talking about, really what that means for the Baltimore Ravens. And then we're really excited to get into the micro updates. We're now donning that phrase, Glenn. The micro updates of Lamar Jackson's contracts, because they're not real updates, but they're micro updates. So we're going to talk about the micro updates in Lamar Jackson's contract negotiation with the Ravens. And we're going to finish the show up with our, like Glenn mentioned, with our win-loss predictions for the season. Man, I can't wait to get into it. So Glenn, let's get right into these roster changes for the Ravens. Where you want to start?
Yeah, they made a couple moves here. First of all, they changed a few numbers, so I want to get that out there. Brent Urban is now number 97, which was he not 97?
He's 68.
But his first time around when he was here.
I think he was 96.
94. Wasn't he 90? Oh, you might be right. Might be 96. Yep. Okay. So now he's number 97. And Josh Ross is now 51. I believe he was 46.
46, yeah.
So now he's 51, more traditional linebacker number. So I'm happy to see it. And then the linebacker they got off of waivers, Delshon Phillips, is wearing number 53. So those are the number changes. I thought it was interesting. Brent Urban's wife put on Twitter, if you got a jersey of the incorrect number for Brent Urban, she will do a jersey swap for you and get you that 97. So that was
I don't think
cool.
anyone did, though.
Come on, man.
You're talking about at 68. No, at 68, right? Like, it's preseason. That's what I mean. It's like too early,
okay.
Right?
All right. I thought
that's
you were
what I
taking
meant.
a
Like,
shot.
no disrespect. I'm not
Okay,
talking about his old number. Like, people probably
all
got his old number, but like the 3 weeks or whatever he was 68. No one probably did that, right?
You're probably right.
You know what I mean?
It didn't sound good the way you said it, but yeah, you're
the old number I get, but if you're talking about the 68 number,
yeah, that one. Okay, I got you. All right. Well, also in some other news, Shamar Bridges, wide receiver, was released with an injury settlement, and I believe, also free agent linebacker Kyler Fackrell was brought in for a 2-day workout, and ended up signing with the Ravens. So they got a little bit of a reinforcements to come, right? They got some depth coming to the outside linebacker. Fackrell had 3 sacks in 13 games last season playing with the Los Angeles Chargers. So they got a little bit of extra help because, Jimbo, that room had 2 guys in it. It had 2 guys in it with Odafe Owe and Justin Houston. Does it make you feel a little better knowing that Kyler Fackrell will be joining the group?
It makes me feel a little better. It's like the difference between opening up the pantry on it's like Sunday afternoon. No one's going anywhere. It's like a really low-key day. You open up the pantry and there's nothing. And you're like, gosh, dang it. Like, I don't know how we're going to make it to Monday. I don't feel like going anywhere, but you know what I mean? So now there's just at least more in the cupboard. There's more in the pantry. So it's not like I'm not expecting this kid to be this incredible contributor or anything like that. But, we got a couple extra cans of soup in there, some ramen in there, some some peanut butter jelly, some bread. So we're cooking. We're cooking.
There you
I'll
go.
take it.
Yeah,
I'm feeling a little better about it.
And that's better than not, right? So
it's better than having one old packet of ramen in there that's like already broken. You know what I mean?
Just like a ketchup packet and a mustard packet to slide on it. Well, look, all I know is he's got 23 and a half sacks in his career. And listen to this, Jimbo. This is what I find interesting. In 2018, he had 10 and a half sacks in 1 year, one season.
Hey, that was 5 years ago, but you know what?
It's in there. It's in there.
The books, baby.
Can't take it away.
Look, I mean, Matt Judon never had double-digit sacks until he went to the Patriots, right? So,
Fackrell's done it.
Right. Exactly.
So, there you go.
That's all I'm saying. You like my logic? How twisted it is?
Yeah, I mean, that's
never
perfect.
works, dude.
Exactly. But that's it for as far as I know, that's it for the roster moves this week. But I'm sure that, the Ravens, this is a constant flow, a constant, thing that it could change any moment. Put it that way.
For sure. Absolutely. Sean Pisker. Hey guys, my son's 2 tomorrow and his party is on Sunday. He'll be wearing Ravens purple. Shout out to your son, Sean. Happy birthday. Tell him that James and Glenn from 410 Sports Talk says happy birthday to him. I thought maybe we were getting an invite to the party, dude.
Hey man, you don't want me to come to a 2-year-old. Last time, let me just tell you this. My son's 2-year-old birthday, I had way too much to drink, Jimbo. Your boy turned up. I was excited. I had my buddies there. I was having a good time. And one too many shots in my father-in-law's basement. But anyway, we're not here to rehash those. I was making deals that night with the big guy. Like, please, just get me through the night.
I'll never do this again. Never.
Please, just get me
You're bargaining.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, shout out to Sean Pisker and happy birthday to young Mr. Pisker.
Absolutely.
But yeah, let's get into some Ronnie talk. So Ronnie Stanley is back at practice.
Yes. Yeah, can we just clap real quick?
Yeah.
Can we just clap real quick, dude? I'm so excited that Ronnie's back at practice, dude.
He's back at practice, and he wasn't even hidden. He showed up at the time when the media was available and able to look. And we even got a little video, a little sneak peek at Ronnie. And it was encouraging because, it looked, albeit a very brief snippet of a video, he looked good. He looked healthy. He didn't look like he was favoring the ankle at all.
That wasn't no walk on the beach, bro.
No. And I didn't even see a big brace on that ankle. Now I get it. This was a non-padded practice. So I think tomorrow is the big day for him because tomorrow, I think it's either today. I think it was tomorrow is their padded practice. So
yeah,
that's the one that I think he has to come out of it, not just playing pretty well, but also feeling really, really good if he has any shot to play week 1.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't think he goes week 1. Do you? I mean, I think ultimately it's just about making him feel good, making him, get in the rhythm. And then, I would be surprised if he doesn't week 2, as long as he continues to progress, because I think he's kind of been so reserved when he gets back on the field that he's probably further along than a lot of other guys by the time they get back on the field. Does that make sense?
Yeah. And I mean, do you think that maybe I'm being a little crazy asking this, but do you think that Juwan James is owed at all that first game?
No.
Okay. Just because he's gotten 100% of the first team reps.
Right.
And, he's actually had pads, for his practices, which Ronnie, I think this will be his first padded practice. Do you think it's best to have Ronnie out there? I
don't think it's best, but I don't think Juwan is owed it either. It's one of the most freeing things somebody said to me in my life. Said, James, nobody owes you anything in life.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? So, but I think the best thing for the Ravens is to put Juwan out there in this week. Give Ronnie one more week. Let him continue to ramp up, like you said. Get some more padded stuff in-house, where he's a little bit, where it's not 100 miles an hour and he's not going up against, like you said before, probably the most athletic guys in the NFL. I mean, these guys are huge. They're freaks. They're anomalies.
Yep.
Right. So let's give him at least one more week before he is going up against the big boys.
Okay. All right. Maybe I'm just being a little anxious. I want to see him out there, but
I hear you.
Maybe I'm being too anxious. Laura says, hey guys, pretty awesome to have 52 out of 53 players out on the field ready to play. Well, almost ready to play. Great to be here tonight. Go Ravens. Laura, you hit that on the head. I mean, only player not practicing was Travis Jones, the rookie D tackle out of UConn, who's still on the way back from that hyperextension, which doesn't seem like, now you look back, he got hurt, in the second preseason game. Now that's been a little while. They called it a 3 to 5 week injury. So he's not even gone for long. But even with him out, all 52 other guys on the practice field. Man, what a difference from last year to this year, Jimbo.
100%, man. And this is an exciting thing. I actually talked to, just so you guys know, we had our fantasy draft on Sunday, which was an absolute blast.
Yeah, I killed it.
Yeah, TJ, I know that. I think he's watching. Yeah.
I dominated, of course.
So, but TJ, who's Glenn's brother, who you guys have seen in a few lives before, we were talking about the Ravens and how excited we are about it. And one of the things I'm excited about when it comes to this health is that the best football needs to be played in November, December, January. Like December and January is man's man football, right? Like that's when and this team, barring setbacks, every week is going to be one more week with Marcus Peters, with J.K. Dobbins, with Ronnie Stanley, even Lamar. I know that his injury is far removed, but like Marlon, Gus eventually. Each one of these guys, as long as there's no setbacks, is going to get continually stronger and stronger as the weeks go on. And guess what? It's going to get colder and colder. And then, before you know it, 35 is going to be smashing you in the face. I can't wait. I'm so excited for this year to start, dude. I just can't wait, man. I'm so glad that last year's behind us, right?
Yes, thank goodness, because it was a long year. Marco says, as long as Ronnie and Marcus Peters are back by week 4, I'm good. Oh, well, I certainly think that it's certain they'll definitely be back by week 4.
Peters is playing this week.
Yeah, I think there's a really good shot Peters is back, and I think at the latest, as long as there's no setbacks and the leg feels good, I think Ronnie at the latest is a week 2 starter.
Yep.
He's just that much better than Juwan James, even with the limited snaps in practice. Yeah, Jimbo, I'm pumped, man. I know you're excited. I can tell. Now, as far as I saw somebody ask, what about JK and Gus? JK's practicing.
Yeah.
He's practicing. Now, I doubt that he's practicing quite the level and getting the workload he'd gotten before the injury, but they're working him back in towards that, and they're certainly going to lean on Davis and Justice Hill and Kenyon Drake until JK's ready to go. But he's roaring back. And then Gus, the reason he's not counted in that 52 out of 53 is because he's on the PUP list. So none of the guys on the PUP list or on IR are counted towards this. This is just the active roster.
And I think we also think that it was a recent adjustment to how the PUP works. It's 4 weeks now, not 6. When traditionally I felt like just last year it was 6 weeks.
Yeah, it's always been 6.
I think that changed during COVID, right? To be able to manipulate it that way. And anyway, I think that had something to do with it.
So I think
they just kind of left it.
Right now, optimistically, week 5, right? But
sure. But look, you get him by week 8.
Yeah.
Like I said, that weather starts to turn.
It's like it's like landing a stud running back at the trade deadline.
Yeah. And you know how it is. Your hands get numb and great. Now we got this guy to deal with. I can't wait. But I also want to get your thoughts on, okay, let's see here. Xavier Smith says, there are so many Ravens fans that are negative. The positivity is a breath of fresh air. Thank you, Xavier. We try hard not to be negative around here. Sometimes it's hard. Last year was tough at the end of that season, but you know what? You always got to find the silver lining, or else I think you're going to drive yourself crazy, or the people around you crazy.
Yeah, like our wives when we're complaining about the Ravens. But yeah, I'm super hyped, Xavier. Super hyped. I just can't wait to finally hear or see these critics be silenced, because a lot of talk has been had this offseason about the Ravens and criticisms and this and that. It's all about to go out the window when they hit the field and start busting people in their mouth. I can't wait.
Now, this is the real question, Glenn. There's a possibility. I'm sure you saw that the Jets head coach said that Zach Wilson might play on Sunday. That just
that's coach talk?
Yeah, that's just him trying to be strategic and ambiguous. And
look, and you know what? I think why he wants him out there is we love some Joe Flacco, but at 37 years old, I'm thinking that his mobility, even in his prime he had a couple long runs as a rookie, but
they were vertical, just vertical. No left or right.
Mobility is not his strong suit, but if you look at the type of offense they want to run, they want to get him rolling. They want to get him moving out, and maybe that's why they're so helpful, Zach Wilson. But I tell you what, I still firmly believe that the team is better with Joe Flacco as their quarterback on September 11th.
Yeah, I agree with you 100%. And I've said it before. I'll die on that hill. Prove me wrong with
Yeah.
NFL tape, right? I mean, show me some NFL tape that proves otherwise. So that's going to be interesting to see. So you're not concerned if Zach Wilson's under center. No, you're not sweating and getting
No.
nervous about
I
the
mean, this is a
prodigy.
game that I don't think is a shoe-in, but they are 7-point favorites on the road for a reason. And I think that the Ravens do a better job of getting their team ready to play week 1 than any team in the league. So not only do you have the fact that I think they're a better team, the better roster, have the better quarterback, the better coaching staff, but also I think they're better at getting ready for that week 1 matchup. So it's just a
Absolutely.
perfect storm of events that I think will lead to a Ravens 10-point or more win.
Does I'm trying to say this delicately. Does they're in New York, it's September 11th. Does the emotion of it being New York, even though the stadium itself is not it's not downtown or anything like that,
Right.
but it's New Yorkers are going to be at this game. Does the emotion of September 11th provide anything to this game? Are these guys at this point too young, really? These guys are so young.
Yeah, a lot of these guys were just
It's
born.
crazy to think about, right? You know what I mean? But a lot of these guys are mid 90s babies or, late 90s, early 2000s babies, unless you're Joe Flacco, right?
Yeah.
So does that do anything for them to kind of give them an emotional push, the crowd getting into it? I'm sure there'll obviously be a moment of silence. I'm just guessing, right? Because they're in New York. It is September 11th. Does that do anything for
Certainly.
them?
Yeah, well, I'm sure they'll have the flyovers, and I think it will initially, maybe early on, it will give some energy to the crowd. I think the crowd's going to be super into it. They're going to be hyped. This is the best Jets team that they probably think they've had in a long, long time. They got some
Yeah.
real talent, and picking at the top end of the draft will do that for you. I think that excitement and that energy will be quickly worn off after the play on the field starts. And I think that when you're reliant on young guys like the Jets are, a lot of their best players are second and first year guys. When you're reliant on your best guys to be that young, there's going to be jitters. Some of these guys, their first NFL start on September 11th in New York. Like, it's going to be. So I wonder if some of that excitement and those jitters can kind of work against some of the young stars that the Jets are hoping can be big time contributors. But I think that the crowd, no doubt, energy will be roaring. But once the Ravens get up, and then you know what happens. Once the Ravens get an early lead, they just put their foot on your throat.
Right. 100%. So, all right, let's move into the not the funnest part of the conversation, but something we got to get into because it is a talking point. And that is the Lamar Jackson, like I said at the beginning, the micro updates, right? So, Josina Anderson put out or reported, and now a few people have followed up, trying to read between the tea leaves, that the Ravens have offered Lamar Jackson an improved contract offer, before his self-imposed timeline. My question to you is, well, really my question to the universe, is what was the original and what's the new one? The only things I've been able to gather, and this is so hard, Glenn, because there's no one putting out information unless it's somebody internally from the Ravens, or if Lamar, some reason, feels the necessity to talk to Josina directly and spread the word. I don't know how it gets out there as far as what the numbers are. So, I've heard once again, all hearsay, put as much stock into it as you want, that he's been offered more guaranteed in total money than Kyler Murray. Is the highest amount that I've heard. So, I mean, speaking reasonably here, what do you think that deal looks like?
Man, that's a good question. It's like you said, Jimbo. It's like you wonder where this is even coming from. Is this legit? Is this because like you said, it's pretty much DaCosta. It's not even John Hart, like Pat Moriarty. I'm assuming who took over for Dick Cass recently? Sashi Brown.
Yeah.
I'm sure those guys are in the know, but who's leaking this information to Josina Anderson or to Dan Graziano, who I saw also had a take on this on what was it? Get Up.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm gonna read you the Josina Anderson tweet real quick, just so everybody knows exactly what she said. She said, "Countdown to the Lamar Jackson contract decision. Will any more guaranteed money get added to the deal? Question mark. Will Steve Bisciotti Steve Bisciotti would never greenlight a Deshaun Watson style fully guaranteed deal at all. Jackson has a strong argument for more. My understanding is an improved offer is out there. Well, what does that even?
Yeah.
I just don't. I think it's a bunch of nothing. I will say this though. I think that the Ravens and Lamar Jackson still have. I don't think there's growing contention between the team and the player, which is encouraging. And I still think. I know you think this might be a little crazy, Jim. I still think a deal gets done before week 1. I'm saying it. I still think a deal gets done. I think both teams are going to be willing to compromise. That's what it's going to take because I don't think the Ravens will go over $230 million, and I don't think that Lamar Jackson should settle for anything less than Kyler Murray. So I think they will find somewhere in the middle and get a deal done before September 11th. Maybe I'm just being overly optimistic, Jimbo.
Yeah, I think this is one of those cases. I think you are relatively speaking, you're an optimist.
Yeah. Have to be.
But I will say, I don't think this deal gets done, my man. I don't know if I see it. I feel like because how many times can you circle the wagon? Like how many fine details have to be ironed out that are left to be ironed out, right? Like
probably just the one, right?
The guaranteed money.
Probably.
Yeah, I mean, I don't understand. And then the other thing is, why is there assumption that Bisciotti would never give a fully guaranteed contract? I'm not saying that that's wrong, but I guess I'm asking, where is it coming from? And I also want to know why. Is it strictly a financial thing, or is he like, no, because you need to work for this contract, right? Like every year you need to work for that contract type thing. So I don't know why, like how strategically being closed off to anything, any option helps the Ravens. I think you should be willing to entertain anything.
Yeah, he made it I guess not clear, but he did certainly remember he had that one-on-one where he made it clear that the Deshaun Watson deal was not something that the other owners were thrilled about.
Yeah, exactly. But at the same time, like I don't know how long you can just say, well, we don't like it, we're not going to do it.
Yeah, because eventually those numbers are going to be small. You know, in 10 years, 20 years, those numbers will be nothing.
Right.
Tom Votto says, going to the game. Fellow New Yorker here, I can tell you Jets media and radio are hype. They don't know what's about to hit them week 1, 100%, Tom. They are about to get smacked in their mouth. I kind of feel bad in the sense that, you know, that week 1, that optimism, right? That every team has a chance mentality in the NFL. The Jets fans have that right now, and they've forgotten that they went 4-13 last year. And I think they're going to get a bit of a dose of reality on September 11th.
Yeah, I agree with you 100%. I'm looking forward to it. And Tom, I can relate. There's nothing like living or being in enemy territory and listening to the radio and hearing them just downplay the team that you know is about to come in and kick them in the mouth. It's a lot of fun. So I'm excited. Glad you're going to the game. Shoot us a picture.
My brother will be there.
Hey, who, TJ?
And my nephew. Nah, Bob. Big Bob.
Nice.
Taking my nephew for his birthday, man. So shout out to Bobby and Shane.
That's awesome, man. No, but send us a picture somewhere on social media. I don't know how all that magic works. Marco G says 170 to 180 million fully guaranteed is reasonable, I think. So, well, if it's 170 to 180, it's not going to be, I guess, that portion of it being guaranteed, but the contract itself won't be fully guaranteed. I'll say this, Marco. Kyler Murray got what, 189 fully guaranteed?
Is that how much he got? Jeez,
I believe he got 189 fully guaranteed. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel very good about that number. Because Russ got 169 fully guaranteed is what I think Russ got. I think Lamar Jackson's floor for guaranteed money, if I'm Lamar, and what I think is still reasonable, is 200 million guaranteed.
I agree. Can't argue with you there. Yolanda says, I agree with you, Glenn. I'm still hopeful that the deal gets done this week.
Oh, man.
Absolutely.
I would be just as happy as you guys.
Can you go through a whole off season, a whole nother full season, then full off season potentially of this talk? I mean, I know that we talk about a lot, guys, but it's not because we are thrilled to. It's just because we feel an obligation to. I will be so happy to be done talking, you know, this topic once it gets done. And that's why I'm probably being a little optimistic and saying it will get done. But Yolanda, that's all we can be, is optimistic. Right?
Yeah, I hope you guys are right, man. But, man, literally as a part of my morning routine, my wife, when we're eating breakfast with our son, any news on Lamar?
I know.
every morning.
It's everyone.
Like, gosh, dang it. So I hope you guys are right. Keep up the good vibes. Daryl Pickett says, keep up the good work, getting us informed and hyped. Originally flying to see Bengals game, but had to somehow convince my wife that if we stay a few more 5 days, we can catch the Bills too. It worked.
Nice.
Okay, so you're flying in town for the Bengals and then also catching the Bills game. That's awesome. Nice work.
That's 2 good ones right there.
Yeah, I'm wondering what you had to give up for that, what you had to do, what you had to bargain for that opportunity. I've been there. My wife and I are bargainers for sure. So, yeah, I'd be interested to know how that worked out, my man.
Yeah, but if you do put it in the comments and if it's not safe for work.
Yeah. You can leave it out if it's inappropriate.
Yeah, whatever type of deals happen to go down, because I know how type of deals I'll be making. You know what I'm saying? With my wifey. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, boys? Yeah. And girls. Yeah. All right. Doom going 94. Lamar's getting a statue next to Johnny U when he's done. Wow.
Of course he is.
Well, he's going to have to accomplish a whole lot to get a statue, because there's quite a few guys that I think could have an argument for having a statue, but to get one of those, you got to be truly something special. I mean, the fact that
if he's a Hall of Fame quarterback, he's getting a statue.
Yeah, but you act like that's just like an easy. I mean, that's a monster feat. We're talking Hall of Fame.
I think if Lamar plays the way he's playing for just his next contract, 5 more years, and he plays 9 years at this level, he's
just remember, Ed Reed didn't have a contract. Doesn't have a statue.
But he's not a quarterback.
But he's Ed Reed.
No, I agree with you. I mean, I think he's the best safety to ever do it. Like,
I mean, he's Ed Reed.
Yeah, you're not wrong. But I think the fact that he's a quarterback,
yeah,
you know what I mean. I think it does something.
It helps. It adds something.
I think it's a done deal as well. He's getting a statue.
Okay, all right. Well,
but let me just say this really quickly, Glenn, as a quick caveat: if Lamar Jackson decides to strong arm his way out of here, I swear to you, he is dead to me. Dead to me.
Hey, that's some reality right there, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, I'll be salty too, dude. I'm gonna be a big baby.
Yes, for sure. Let's see.
And will I root for him going forward? No, heck no. Yeah. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it because I'd be too salty. I'd be like, you know, if the love of my life dumps me, finds a new man, and then invites me to their wedding, I'm not going. If I do go, I'm getting trashed and I'm making a fool of myself at the reception. Like, I mean, you know.
Oh, dude, egging the car, like the limo.
Dude. Yeah.
Pooping on the hood. All of it.
I'm ripping off. If they put cans hanging on the back of their car, ripping them all off. No cans today. You know?
Oh, that is very docile. I would get very, very inappropriate.
You'd be salty.
Remember,
you know how they throw like rice when they come out? You're throwing like gravel.
That's how I just told Tanya, you're better off just staying with me because it's going to be worse for you if you leave.
just throwing gravel at her.
It's getting them in their eye, right in the eye.
Congratulations.
Oh, geez. Some glass mixed in there. Great. Max Offit says, Raven Ute here. Game was brutal. Diff story. Poor Vince. Yeah, I don't even want to talk about it.
Yeah, that was tough.
That was a tough one. I'm glad that I'm not as emotionally invested in the Utes as I am in the Ravens, but my poor buddy Harry flew down there for that game.
Oof. It started off fantastic. Didn't they score in like some ridiculous?
Well, it should have ended well as well. The quarterback shouldn't have forced the pass. I don't get it. It's 2nd and 4, and you got no timeouts. We got 29 seconds. Why not? Why force anything? Like, why force a throw? Just throw it out of bounds over the end zone, and then because you're only down by 3, you can tie it up with a field goal. So, like, why make a risky throw if it's not wide open?
Well, he's no Tyler Huntley.
No, he's not.
He's no Tyler Huntley. Sean Pisker, did you guys know Ravens Stadium offers tours of the stadium all year? It was my Christmas gift last year. Super cool. You know, I've been wanting to do this. I did get a tour of the stadium, but it was back in high school. I tagged along with the Honor Society. Not that I was in the Honor Society, but somehow I maneuvered my way into this Honor Society event. And ended up at the stadium, which was really cool. We got a Q&A, right? We got to go right on the field. I was running around and got to do a Q&A with a couple players. So, but it's been a long, long time, Sean. So hopefully I can get back out there again. No doubt about it, because that was a blast. But all right. Is it time, Jimbo?
It is time.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to go through game by game and do probably a completely inaccurate win-loss prediction. Except,
speak for yourself, buddy.
Well, when I said completely inaccurate, I was only referring to Jimmy's picks. So now for me, 100% on point. So
yeah.
You're welcome. Oh, yeah. Thank you, Katie. Shout out. Yeah, appreciate it.
I had a feeling that Honor Society had to do with Katie.
Look, I could have been there if I tried hard enough.
Keep telling yourself that.
That's exactly what I do. I tell myself that to help me get to sleep. All right. We're going to go week by week, knock this out. And then, Jimbo, I will be keeping this. I will be hanging on the wall to my immediate right. And then throughout the year, what we're going to do is come up with a reward or a punishment, or maybe both. Whoever does
you guys
better.
should come up with it. Help us at least.
Yeah, because we need help with something creative, because it has to have that perfect, match of not too crazy, but enough of a punishment, or some shame, some embarrassment, something.
It's gotta be a little painful.
It does.
Not like literally painful, but like
embarrassing or something.
Yeah,
okay,
you know what I mean. Like,
all right, good, because I'm not, I'm not the toughest guy. All right, well, let's get into it. So, week 1, September 11th, at the New York Jets. Jimmy, where you going?
Really? W.
Okay, all right. I'm gonna go win as well. Although, I think they got some good players in New York. It's just they're not ready yet. All right, week 2. Just think. Is it safe to say that week 1, is it too early to say week 1's a must win? When you look at the fact, if they lose to the Jets, then they got to play Miami, who beat them last year and really set the blueprint on how to stop their offense for the remainder of the year. At New England, which we all know isn't going to be easy, and then at home against Buffalo. So if you lose that Jets game, it's not inconceivable you could come out of that 1-3. Or at worst 0-4. So I'm gonna say it's a very early must win. But as far as the Miami game, Jimbo, at home opener, what happens?
Yeah, we're gonna stomp their faces.
Stomping?
Oh yeah. I'm not concerned about Tua at all.
Okay.
And Miami's gonna go 0-2. They're gonna get beat by the Patriots, beat by the Ravens, and guess what? The sky is gonna be falling in Miami. Watch, guaranteed.
Okay. All right. I like it. All right. I think the Ravens do beat Miami, but I think it's an absolute knockdown, drag out fight.
Really?
Tough game. Yeah, because they got a lot of skill, dude. Chase Edmonds, talented. Obviously, Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, Mike Gesicki. They got a lot of talent, and that defense.
You believe that Tua can do enough to utilize that talent? I'm not saying like take over, but like do enough.
Well, I think what Tua is just going to have to do is be the game manager, and as long as he doesn't turn the ball over, I think they have a really good shot at winning. But I'm banking on the fact that he turns it over at least once, and that's why the Ravens narrowly come out with a win. All right, Patriots on the road in Foxborough. What do you think?
This is a tough one for me because Bill does not forget things, and he got shellacked.
Yep.
On a primetime game, but it is my birthday.
Shout out.
Thank you. Ravens got to get a W for me. Actually, I got to be realistic here. I think we take a L.
Wow.
I hate that. It just hurts me to say.
Unbelievable. You know what? We are going to you talk about beat down. We're going to beat down the New England Patriots. I continue to say on these airwaves, Bill Belichick is a fraud. He will continue to be exposed for the fraud that he is, and he will continue to fall short now that Tom Brady is no longer under center. And it will further on show that Tom Brady is the complete and total reason for the dynasty. So a win for the Ravens handily over the Patriots. Don't look at me like that, Jimbo. October 2nd at home. The first, this could be a preview right now of the AFC Championship. Buffalo Bills coming to town. What do you say?
Yes, Jimbo? This is where you really see the Ravens kick it into high gear. And I think we beat them. I think we beat them by a touchdown. I think this is a real fun game. Looking forward to it. So a win.
Okay. Wow. The Bills game. Do we beat the Bills?
Dude, real quick, look
What?
what Don C says here.
I
If Glenn
saw.
wins,
I saw.
James has to eat what Glenn eats for a week. If James and Glenn has to roll with James and eat his food for a week, I love it.
You like that? You gonna be able to eat what I
I don't
eat?
think I could handle it. Honestly, I think I would be in severe pain. Not that like you eat crazy unhealthy, but just that like my body's not accustomed to eating dairy right now. I think it would be bad news bears. You good over there? All right. Anyway, so we might have to make some adjustments to that, Don, but I do like the idea. I like it a lot. So we might have to make some slight adjustments to that, but I like it. Oh, this is a good point, Ravens O's Nation. Dang, this game totally. Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, good.
That's a good point by Ravens O's Nation that I totally forgot about this, but you're right. I think it was a rainy game, wasn't it? The Patriots beat us last time when they had Cam Newton, so we would be the ones looking for revenge.
Is that true? Is that really? I thought that.
We did lose that game.
I think he could. I think he might be right here.
No, we did. We did lose that because it was just an ugly one. Yeah.
Really? Who was Lamar at quarterback?
I don't even remember. I just remember it was raining.
It doesn't feel like. You know what? Maybe I just blocked that out of my brain because I wasn't.
Gosh dang it! Now he's making me question my pick.
Oh, that's all right. Sean Pisker said, "Yeah, they lost, and it was a monsoon."
Yeah.
Was it that? Yeah.
Yeah, it was insane.
I think that was the game where. Is that the game where we rarely even threw the ball? I don't know. Anyway, let's get back. Let's get back to
this. Is what we're gonna do. If you're okay with it, we're gonna go through it, and then we will officially lock it in at the end. You have one opportunity to revise.
Okay.
By the end.
A mulligan at the end.
Fair?
Okay. Yeah, because you want to take back that New England.
I'm
loss.
still thinking on it. I'm still mulling it over. Okay.
Yes, I'm already. I think
it's just I don't know if we go.
Way,
I don't know if we go 6-0, and the next I got us beating the Bills, Bengals, and Giants. I'm just gonna say it right now.
Okay. Wow. All right. Well, I got us losing our first game of the year against the Buffalo Bills.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
In a fight, in an absolute battle, I think it's a tough one, but I think we lose. All right, Cincinnati at home, night game. We'll be at this game in attendance. Jimbo, what happens?
Yeah, I think we win. I mean, I think we win this game. I think it's going to be an absolute blast, and I think we will put some momentum behind ourselves in the AFC North fight. Just a quick update. 49 seconds ago, Ian Rappaport reported that there's nothing imminent for the Ravens and Lamar Jackson's contract.
You watch your mouth, Jimbo.
Yeah, just saying.
All right.
What about you? How do you think this game goes?
I think the Ravens have some get back to do, and I think that they beat the Bengals, and they beat them pretty handily. I think we show them who the bullies are of the AFC North, and I think Marlon Humphrey has some give. I mean, there's just a lot of guys who I think took that last season beatings personally, and so I think that that's a game, which is why I have them losing to the Bills. I think that they're so geared up and charged up for that Bengals game that they let this Bills game get by them. But I think they don't make the same mistake with the Bengals. They beat the Bengals, and kind of right some wrongs. All right, the Giants, Week 6 in New York against the old Wink Martindale.
Yeah, it doesn't even matter that Wink's going to be the DC and he knows Lamar and this, that, and I don't care. They got Daniel Jones.
Danny Dimes.
Yeah, the Danny Dimes special, 2 fumbles and an interception. It's every game, dude. Like, I'm not worried about them at all. If your weapon is the run game, John Harbaugh, well, I mean, traditionally we stop the run. I'm going to say that traditionally we stop the run.
Yeah, you said that a little trepidation.
Yeah.
All right, so I got us beating the Giants as well. Pretty easy win there. All right, Week 7.
So we both have the same record right now at 6 games in, right? 5-1? Just different losses.
Different losses, correct.
Okay.
Yep.
All
right, now Week 7 at home against the Browns, a Browns team that still will be led by Jacoby Brissett as Watson continues to serve his suspension. What happens in that game?
Yeah, I think we win.
Yeah, I agree.
I've never been concerned about the Browns. I mean, you know me.
Yeah, especially not with Brissett. Now, if this was, Deshaun Watson wasn't suspended at all, and he had the first 4 games or 6 games to get prepared and knock off some rust, then I may be concerned. But at this point, no concern. I think they handle the Browns in week 7. All right, now this is a tough one. Thursday night, short, quick turnaround after the Cleveland game. So you play a division game, you have 3 days rest, then you take on the Tampa Bay Bucks, led by the GOAT at Tampa. What happens?
This is a tough one because, like you said, it's a short week, and traditionally that bodes poorly for the team that's traveling.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going with I hate doing this. I'm going with a loss. I hate it.
I'm going with a. I'm going with a.
Dude.
You're like liar.
Yeah, I can't even say it.
Yeah,
I can't. Right? No, you're right. I can't even say it, dude. Loss. I just got to put losses in there somewhere, else I'm gonna get fried.
Yeah. Well. Well, look. Lisa Ann says we're going undefeated, never lost. All right. So hey, if that's how you feel, then say it. Say it with your chest. I got us losing 2, Jimbo.
After all that, huh?
Yeah, I got us losing 2. That's a tough one. Short turnaround. If it was at home, maybe I have a different opinion, but on the road with the GOAT under center and ridiculous amount of weapons that they have, if they're all still healthy, I think it's a tough week for the Ravens. I got us losing.
Can I just say this real quick, though?
Mm-hmm.
I know the real reason why he was out for 11 days. I know everyone is speculating.
Well, I have my speculation, but what's yours?
I was getting some work done, dude.
Dude, he has been looking like he's starting to go too far because he had it nailed. He nailed it. He looked.
It's not natural anymore. It doesn't look as natural, right? Like
it doesn't. And I you know what? I was like, man, this guy is something else. But then I've been seeing him recently, and I think he's gone a little overboard.
He was getting some work done, dude. He needed 11 days to let it all set or whatever. You know what I mean?
Let the swelling go down.
Yeah, he's getting some work done.
All right, fair enough. Yeah. All right, well, after that. Monday night game. So back-to-back primetime games. They go Thursday against Tampa, then Monday night at New Orleans, taking on the Saints. Jameis Winston under center. What do you think?
Yeah, this is also, I think, going to be a really tough one because I think that same Saints defense is legit.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, they lost Marcus Williams. They're a year older. And I think that they're going to have a better offensive season than what people are saying. All that said, I think the Ravens get out of there with a W.
I agree. I think they win, and I think part of that reason that they do win is that they have that extra rest. They're going to have 3 days extra to prepare for the Saints. And let's be honest, I mean, Lamar Jackson, he balls out on Monday night, so I think that continues. All right, so I got us at 2 losses. What do you got, Jimbo? 1 or 2? No, you got 2 also.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like that we agree, but I'm at least glad that we have one bit of a disagreement. All right, coming off the bye week, Jimbo, at home. So off the week 10 bye, they're at home against the Carolina Panthers led by Baker Mayfield.
Good old Baker's going to come back to the bank and get worked. I mean, that's not a good football team. And I don't even think it's a well-coached football team.
Yeah, some people say he's certainly coaching for his lives, and I'm not so sure he even gets out of the season with his job. I mean, unless he shows market improvement. I agree. I think any team playing the Ravens at home, coming off a bye, you're in a tough spot, but certainly led by Baker Mayfield, really tough spot. So I think another win there as well. Then they go on the road again to Jacksonville to take on the Jags. What happens there?
Yeah, I think all the Cats were beating all the Cats.
Yeah.
The Bengals. The Jags,
okay.
Panthers, what other Cats are out there? The Lions. Do we play? No, obviously we don't play Lions this year, but we're beating all the Cats. The Cats are on the schedule. They're going down.
Bengals too. All right. I like it.
Yeah, the Jags, I mean, what are they going to be? We just don't know. And like you talked about before with, who was it you were referencing their really young team? Oh, the Dolphins, right? Isn't that who you were mentioning? Oh, the Jets, right. I think the Jags are in a similar position in that they're just a young team. And I think they're going to experience a lot of growing pains this year. I don't know if I believe or not in their quarterback. I think he's got potential. And, but yeah, I mean, I think we beat him. We're in a different stage as teams right now.
Yeah, well, they're still trying to find their footing. I'm not even so sure. you got to give their coach a chance. But yeah,
I mean, we know the coach can do it, right? Like Doug Peterson's been to the mountaintop.
He's been there. He's done that at a much more established and certainly
Right.
much more tradition franchise. But yeah, he's got a shot. They got a real head coach now. So let's see what happens. Then next week after that, they come back home December 4th to take on the Russell Wilson-led Denver Broncos. Riding on, Jimbo. What happens there? That's a toughie.
That's another toughie, man. I mean, it is nice that we're going to be at home, but gosh dang it. We ain't losing this game.
My man.
We ain't losing this game. Nope. It's December. Gus is going to be back. We're going to run all over him, dude. I mean, I don't know about run all over him, but we're going to hit him in the mouth. So, yeah, we're winning this game.
Yeah, I got us winning that one as well. Yeah, sorry, Russell.
Yeah.
You ain't finding a win here in Baltimore. Not in the bank. All right, so then they go on the road. What's it called now? It's not Heinz Field no more. What's it called, Jimbo?
Oh, actually, I don't know. That's a good question.
I can't remember the name of it, but it's not the big ketchup bottle anymore, whatever it is. They're going to play Pittsburgh. I think at this point, you're talking the first matchup between the Ravens and Steelers doesn't take place till December 11th. The question is, who's under center December 11th? Mitch Trubisky announced today as the starter week 1.
Please let it be Mitch Trubisky.
But if Kenny Pickett can't beat out Mitch Trubisky and Mason Crosby, he's in for a long career. So I got to imagine.
Mason Crosby.
Or Mason Rudolph. Sorry, Mason Rudolph, the other Mason. If you can't take that job by week 14, true. So I think they're going to be seeing Kenny Pickett. What do you think happens December 11th?
Yeah, I think we smash the Steelers. That's not true. We're not going to smash them because we don't smash each other traditionally. Like it's usually a close game, but I think we sweep the Steelers this year. So we'll take this one, even though we're in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, I got us losing this one in a bit of a surprise. I think that the Ravens have a couple turnovers and Pittsburgh just balls out. This could be their Super Bowl because they could at this point be out of the race, at least for the North. And they could kind of sell out is my prediction. But yeah, all right. So the Browns week 15. So I'm up to 3 losses. You're sitting at 2. What happens against the Browns at Cleveland? Now look, Deshaun will be back this week 15. Yeah, he'll have a couple games.
I'll take an L on this one because I got to put it somewhere. And of the last few, I think that this is one of them.
Okay. All right. I think that they bounce back from that Steelers loss and they beat the Browns. I think Deshaun Watson's going to have some trouble as he acclimates himself back to playing. I think he's going to have some games where he really stinks. And this is one of them. So, all right, week 16 at home, playing the Falcons. Kyle Pitts coming to town. What do you think?
Yeah, I think we win this game. I think Mariota will make some mistakes, even though he looked good in preseason.
Okay.
I'm happy for him. He's a good dude, and I want him to, his career to have a resurgence, just not against the Ravens.
That's right. Yeah, I think he's going to play pretty well down there, but not well enough on Sunday. Oh, and actually Saturday, Christmas Eve, December 24th.
That's going to be fun.
It's going to be an early present for Ravens fans as they get the win. All right, Sunday, January 1st, New Year's Day, 1:00, taking on the Steelers for game 2 at home.
Yeah, I mean, I think we sweep the Steelers. You know what? I'm going to amend this. We got to win this game, though. It's a division game.
Which one are you amending? Is this your amendment?
No. We're going to win this game. Gosh, dang it. There's no we're winning. Whatever. I can't. In my heart of hearts, I can't do it.
Wow. Okay. All right. Fair enough. Well, I got us beating the Steelers at home. There's no way we lose this game. A game I think that will have some importance for the Ravens. It could decide the division.
Well, what about that next game?
Well, that's what I said. I'm going to kind of parlay into this next one. So I think their final game, week 18, at the Bengals. For the Ravens, will have no worth. Because at that point, the North is sealed up, baby.
Wow, shut up. Are you serious right now?
That's right. So they lose. But this is how they lose, Jimbo. I still think they play their starters, at least for the half, because they don't want to go down that road again where they start BSing, benching starters, and then they lose that week 1 matchup because they're all rusty. Okay? I think I'm having flashbacks. So I think they lose that Bengals game, but who cares? The Bengals at that point have taken on a full season of first place schedule. They've been beaten down, And they are desperate to barely squeeze into the back end of the playoffs. And the Ravens
Wow.
will be gliding into the playoffs, riding their AFC North championship is my prediction. 4 losses, Jimbo, 13-4.
Yeah. You've convinced me on that one.
Yeah, my
I
guy.
see it, but I don't agree that they're gonna. I don't think John's. It's like, what do you believe in more? Do you believe in like yips or rust, or do you believe in like the science of injuries? Right? Like,
Well, he said he wouldn't do it. If he had to do it
but
again, he wouldn't do it.
that was before going through last year.
True.
I think that trumps all. Marcus Barnes, support for the channel. Thank you so much. We appreciate it. Shout out to you and all you guys that are out there. But yeah, so I think we have the same record. Where are our losses? You have a Steelers loss, right?
Steelers loss, Bills loss, Bucks loss, and Bengals loss. So all 4 teams, I'm choosing the Ravens to lose. Well, I guess 3 of the 4 because the Steelers aren't really predicted to do much.
Yeah, absolutely.
But the other 3 studs. Who's your 3
and
losses? The
and
Patriots?
No one's expecting the. A lot of people are giving the Patriots an uptick this year. I mean, they're expecting a lot from Mac, a lot from that defense. They got some guys coming back that were unhealthy last year. Dude, Derek Lindsey, appreciate it, dude. Appreciate it, bro. I would say Glenn's a believer too, but you know what? I'll take it. I'll take the pat on the back.
You at 14-3?
Let's see. I have the Patriots loss, the last week of the season loss. And the Bucks loss. And 4 and the was that December 18th? Is that the date against the Browns?
Oh, yeah. December 18th. Yep, week 15. Okay. All right. So the only difference is I have a Bills loss, you have a Patriots, and then I have a Steelers loss and you have a Browns. Okay. Any amendments?
I don't know how I'm feeling about that Patriots loss.
Dude, look, here's all I know is Bill Belichick just lost his offensive coordinator. Okay. Josh McDaniels goes to the Raiders. He will continue to break down these walls around him that were kind of insulating him while they were winning all these championships and he was getting all the credit. And now he will be revealed as the fraudulent above average coach that he is.
I think you're going a little far. I think you have a little bit of a thing for Tom, and so I think you're defending him a little bit. But
I also no defense.
Fair enough, that's true. Yeah. However, dang it, I'm gonna say the Ravens win because it's my birthday. Nothing to do with anything logical.
Just because it's your birthday.
Yep, I can't accept the idea that the Ravens are gonna lose on my birthday.
All right.
But but that means now I have them 3 losses and you have them 4.
Well, yeah, but they're going to, don't you think they'll bring it up in the locker room that it's your birthday before the game?
Yeah, they should. Yeah, I mean, if they know what's good for them.
If they want inspiration for the dub, Marco says losing to Bills and Bengals is not an option.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think we lose those games. I think oh, man. Man. You know what, Glenn? Are we really going to sweep the Steelers? Yeah, we're going to sweep the Steelers. Once and for all. Lamar's going to get that monkey off his back.
Dude, last year they had the last laugh, man.
Ugh. I hate the Steelers.
Letting that slob go out with a win in the bank.
Ugh. Gosh, I can't believe I have us going 14-3. Holy crap. I'm doing it. Whatever. I'm riding, dude. If there's one way to die, this is the way to die.
Is that it? Okay. Yeah. Hey, man, I don't think it's that crazy. I think it all comes down to the one thing, man. In 19, they stayed healthy. In 20 or in 21, they didn't. You know, I think if they stay healthy, it's not ridiculous to think they could go 14-3. Even if they, you know, not say perfectly healthy, but don't have record setting. If they have average number of injuries that you see across the league and not the worst the league has seen in 20 years, I think they got a good shot at it.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm still torn, but I feel good about it. As Black Daniels, I appreciate it, man. I'm owning it. You're right. But we didn't get any other than Don C's idea. I think we just got to think of the other side of the punishment. I'm happy to have Glenn run with me if I'm right. He doesn't have to eat like me if he doesn't want to.
It'd be a lot easier for me to eat like you than for you to eat like me.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah. I would just feel better. I ate like Jimmy. I would
All
just
of a sudden,
my
you
health
just like
would
get all this
improve.
energy and like
My health would improve. You get Jimmy on my diet, he's in the hospital in the IV. Like, and his wife's going, "We have to stop this. Competition over." Like,
oh my gosh.
I don't think his stomach has been prepared. Look, it takes years to prepare your stomach for the type of abuse I put it through.
The
Okay?
lining and the years and years of just
Yeah. Yeah, man. I could eat gravel and it would come right out. You know what I'm saying?
oh gosh. No, but we got to think of something for sure. We will reveal it on Thursday as we do our first official preseason prep what am I saying? No, not preseason. In season.
Week 1 preview.
Week 1 preview. All of
There
that
it
is
is.
what I was trying to say. Bingo. Man, I'm looking forward to it. Can't wait. We'll
But
also have
also-
to get DK and
Yeah.
Brad's predictions.
Mhm.
Throw it in there as well and throw them in.
But
the
we got
mix.
we got some stuff going on Thursday that I want to.
Yes.
I don't know. You tell me if I should DK. If you could message us if I should hype the other thing or not. You tell me. But
yeah, how you feel about it,
going,
DK?
We will be going. I think we're going to be taking a trip to Bobby Trossett's newest podcast on Thursday. So be on lookout for us being on that show. The Vault, I believe it is, with Sarah Ellison. We're also going to be doing, let's see. Like Jimmy mentioned, our week 1 preview. We'll be starting our over-under competition, which I will, of course, dominate. We will be, and by the way, the bandwagon is open for all those who want to jump on Team Glenn's bandwagon.
Sinking ship, ladies and gentlemen.
There are open seats, but let me tell you, they're going quick. Okay, this is a hot ticket. You know what I mean? You really want to make sure.
Hottest ticket in town.
But DK, should we hype what else is happening on Thursday?
Huh?
I didn't see it.
We're good. Yeah, he gave us a thumbs up.
Okay. Also, on Thursday, we're bringing you a legend here. And thanks to DK, who's been working on this for a long, long time, has got Adalis Thomas coming on this show on Thursday. So shout out to DK. Shout out to Adalis.
Right. Way to close it, dude. He's been after him and after him and after him.
Yep.
Cannot wait to get him on the show, dude. So excited to bring you guys some pretty awesome content and just have fun and get to know the guy as a player and as a person. Man, I can't wait. Shout out to DK, dude.
Yeah. Hey, what's up, DK in the background? Hey, look, they calling out for you, DK, who just jumped on. But yeah, Adalis Thomas, Ravens legend, member of the Patriots team that went undefeated during the regular season.
And I'm calling it now. The most versatile defensive player in the history of the NFL. You heard it here.
Yeah. So be sure to check that out. We're so hyped to have Adalis on. And again, thanks to DK for delivering that. But that's it for us tonight, everybody. This has been an absolute blast. Football is back, ladies and gentlemen. Thursday, we'll be here while the game is on. So we're gonna have it up while we're here with you guys, and before that, we'll be with Adalis. But that's it for us tonight. Couple shouts: J-Dub, Don C, Lisa Ann. Appreciate y'all coming out. Tanja Bowman, Raven Ron, Sean Pisker, my guy. Funny looking yo. Appreciate you coming out. Black Daniels always makes the lies. Marco G. Appreciate you coming out as well. Everyone, Derek Lindsay, thank you. Shout out to Katie. Shout out to Trigger T. Yolanda, thank you, Charles Billy.
Yes.
Anyone else I missed, I appreciate you guys coming out, and we'll talk to y'all soon.